morning, Paterson.
Good morning.
And I also want to wish the woman of the hour a happy belated birthday.
Aww.
July 28th. It coincides actually with Peruvian independence, right, Deputy Mayor? But I want to say one thing. I know we never ask a woman her age, but it is public information. You can Google Essence Carson, and on the Wikipedia page it says she was born in 1986.
Yes, yes.
Guess what? That's one of my favorite years.
Oh, okay.
You know why?
Why?
The Mets.
Oh,
yes, the New York Mets won their
Oh.
last World Series. Watch this. I'm going to go sports again. Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history on November 22nd, 1986. He knocked out Trevor Berbick,
Oh, okay.
who had defeated Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali's last fight was a drama in Bahama. And the New York Giants were on their way to winning their first Super Bowl, gentlemen, Jim. And Essence Carson was born that year too. The pivot is to Champions Court, because they're all champions.
Yes.
And that's why we're here to celebrate you. A champion with a lot of talent too. Because I saw your high school principal on Saturday, who was at Hinchliffe Stadium, where champions played and are playing, the first place New Jersey Jackals. And she said, I have to be there for Essence.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And we broke ground on this not too long ago, but the individual responsible for the design of this court was none other than Essence Carson herself. And we have to give you a lot of credit, because she did go to Rosa Parks, so she is a Pegasus. But she played for the Eastside Ghosts, but not to be outdone, it's nighttime, and Kennedy High School has to be represented.
Right.
And I think it's really remarkable that Sharon Smith, who is a champion and legend here in Paterson, has an affiliation and an affinity for all three schools.
Yes.
Because you graduated from Eastside High School.
That's right.
I'm not going to name the year. You don't mind? Is it 67?
Yep.
Wow! I ate my Wheaties this morning. And you know what the Wheaties are, right?
Yes,
The breakfast of champions. You see a theme. You worked at Kennedy, you were a teacher at Kennedy High School. And of course, her distinguished career ended at Rosa Parks as your principal. So at this time, I want to call forward a principal with principles who made their graduation ceremonies the most entertaining affair and the social must-see event of the year. Let's give it up for Sharon Smith. Come on.
All right, all right.
No. Oh, don't say that. Face.
This is unexpected for me to speak, but I need to say to everyone that's assembled here today, it is a blessing, it is a privilege, it is an honor, but above all, I have to start with the first one again. A tremendous blessing to be alive to witness this on this rainy yet God-provided day.
Yes.
Miss Carson, I need to say this. I'm going to say this to everyone. You need to ask, what was she like as a student?
Yes.
Here we go. She was quiet. She was unassuming, a piano major, but focused, extremely focused. I have to say she definitely was a typical teenager, whatever that means for the time frame when she was in high school. But she was also a gentle giant, but not giant in stature. Giant in the sense that the students looked up to her. They respected her. And extremely, Mom, excellent job. Humble. Didn't take anything for granted. So you didn't know I observed all of that, did you? But you see, that's why I did the rap, I'm the principal with principles. Part of that was to assess every single person in our family, students and faculty alike. Again, I thank you, Lord, for allowing me to be here to witness this on this day. And one last thing, Mom, I have to say to you. Despite everything that she's done, her travels, playing professional basketball, you raised a very humble young lady, in the sense that what's behind us, or behind me, but in front of you, it speaks to her character. Of everything that I've said about you, my grandmother said to me, do things for others without looking for anything in return. And when you do, you will be blessed over and over again. And I added to what my grandmother taught me. And when those blessings come to you, do what? Pass them on. Don't be stingy. pass them on, because as you pass them on, they're going to come back to you, and then you pass them on again, which means you make the world a better place. And that's what we see back here. She didn't have to do this, but she did. And she made sure that she represented all three entities. The Knights, the Pegasus, and last but certainly not least, the Ghost. You did this, we thank you, and continue to do for others. Because as you do, you never know, those blessings will come back to you. But remember, pass them on. Thank you.
Wow. We miss her.
Yes.
Why did you retire? You're too young. Don't call it a comeback. I see it. We've also been joined by our acting director of DPW there, Michael G. Jackson. Essence, he said he wants to go one-on-one with you. In checkers. Checkers. Okay. Thank you, Principal with Principals, Ms. Sharon Smith. We've also been joined by a woman who made history in her own right. She became the first African-American woman to be the mayor of the city of Paterson, who currently represents Paterson's 4th Ward. And her husband, may he rest in peace, was a champion in his own right, because I talked about Mike Tyson winning his first title back in '86. Eddie Cotton was the referee when Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis in one of the biggest heavyweight bouts in boxing history. So ladies and gentlemen, our councilwoman from the 4th Ward, Ruby N. Cotton.
First, let me say good morning to everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
I want to say I appreciate Dazzle because she sends out the emails on different events. But when I saw the email last week about you, Essence, I knew I was going to be here. And I thank God for getting me up this morning so I could be here.
Thank you.
You are very special. And special to me because you played with my son at Eastside. She ran track with Eddie. And you know, I just followed you from high school all the way through college, all the way through WNBA, and you are special and you make Paterson so proud.
Yes.
And you know, people talk so bad about us sometimes, and I said, you're not talking about Paterson, not around me, because I know greatness come out of this city.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that have done great things, in essence, you are one of them. And I remember one night I was watching, I think it was the championship for the NBA, the NBA, right? They were playing, and I saw you sitting in the audience, in the stands. And I think I text you, like, are you at the game? Is that you there? But you know, you have put the city of Paterson on the map. And people can say whatever, but you are very special. Going to Rosa Parks, you know, my daughter Candace went to Rosa Parks, but she played for Kennedy. You played for Eastside, and I always say I got both of these schools, because Paterson, to me, all our children are our children. Whether I birthed them or not, but they're our children, and you are one of my children. And Mom and Grandma, you know, it's so special. And I just love what you're doing. You're helping, you're doing things. And Mayor, thank you, Christopher, for doing this, because we need to let our kids know, our young people sitting here, what the greatness that's coming out of our city, and you continue to do great things. And we must always do our best to remember and never forget, you know, of different things. And like the mayor said about Eddie doing the big fight in Tennessee, and you know, I was just grateful and thank God that I was there with him, able to meet Mike Tyson, able to meet Lennox Lewis. And so and I know being around you, when someone says to me, do you know Essence Carson? Yes, I do know Essence Carson. You know, some people don't think you know people, right? So I say, no, yes, I do. But I'm proud of you. Continue to do what you do. Continue to make our city proud. I know you're not here, but you're still a Patersonian. No matter where you go in this country or in this world, you are still Patersonian. Essence Carson, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor, for doing this.
Actually, Eddie officiated another big bout. I don't know if you remember this one. You got to be a real hardcore heavyweight boxing historian. Riddick Bowe versus Andrew Galata 2 in Atlantic City. You know? See? Google that one. It was December 14th, 1996. It was incredible. They mentioned Eddie by name during the broadcast. Yes. So, if you go to my office on your way inside the inner sanctum, I have a wall. It's the Paterson Wall of Fame. And on it is a champion from almost every sport that came from Paterson.
Oh, wow.
So, baseball, we had a World Series champion, Larry Doby. Football, we had a Super Bowl champion who salsa his way into the end zone, Victor Cruz. And Miss Sharon Smith is going to salsa on this court after the event. Watch this. We had a boxing champion. Yes, Kendall Holt, known as Rated R. Right? Am I right, Mike? Soccer. Believe it or not, unfortunately, the women came up short yesterday. I don't know if you noticed the World Cup. We have a soccer champion, Derek Etienne. He won a Major League Soccer championship from Paterson. And his sister played on the Haitian team that just participated in the World Cup. But I also have a basketball champion, WNBA, with the LA Sparks.
Yes.
And she was drafted by the New York Liberty in the first round, right out of Rutgers University, the State University of New Jersey. She's also a WNBA All-Star, 2011. I did my homework. You Google Essence Carson, that's what you get on Wikipedia. But now when you Google Essence Carson, guess what comes up? And you're gonna like this gentleman, Jim. Pix 11's feature on Essence Carson Champion Court. So ladies and gentlemen, the namesake of this court here on Chamberlain and Redwood, our champion, Essence Carson. And I think you rang that up a little bit for you.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Morning.
everyone.
Yes.
Lift this up a little bit. I just want to thank you guys just for all being in attendance this morning. And it's definitely an honor. Never in a million years would I have thought the story would be written like this, but it definitely is a blessing. And I want to make sure that each and every one of you that are here in attendance and those that are watching know that this moment has come because of all of you guys. You guys each had a hand in my growth as not only as an athlete but as a person. Miss Smith, my former principal at Rosa Parks, I mean, she doesn't understand how much she's influenced where I am today. I currently work in the music industry. I've been able to work at some of the world's most famous record labels, and no one would have thought that it would have happened just because of the choices I made as a young athlete. I chose to pursue basketball, but my passion for music never ended, and it continued throughout. So, you know, just to be able to work with some of the world's most famous artists now means a lot. And that was definitely influenced by Miss Smith and just her introducing me to the music industry as a young age, having her sons come to the school and speak to us, who are definitely in their own right pioneers in the music industry as well. Definitely influential, whether it's my mom, my grandmother, my godmother, my best friends. Everyone has had their impact and had their hand on raising me to be the woman I am today. And then the city of Paterson in its entirety. Each and every corner of this city has had its influence on me. That's why I've decided to add each and every high school to the design of this court. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're stronger together. You know, united we stand, divided we fall. And that's something that that's the message that I do want to hit home throughout this entire city. That although we do have our inner city rivals, whether it's the Ghosts, the Knights, it doesn't matter what school you represent. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. When we step outside of these city lines, no one recognizes the Ghosts, no one recognizes the Knights.
Amen.
No one recognizes the Pegasus. It's about the city of Paterson, who we are as a whole. So I hope this moment is another moment of unity for us all, and that it gives each and every one of the children hope and you know, a glimpse of who they could be in the future, and that, you know, our lives don't stop within these city lines. That there's a great world of opportunity out there, and, you know, if it doesn't come knocking, we can always create our own way. We can always create our own way. We persevere. It's in the threads of who we are as a city, as a community, and we want to keep it that way. We have what it takes, and we always have since the beginning of time. So thank you, Paterson. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everyone here. Thank you to my family, my friends. I love you all, and I can't say how this moment means the world to me, just to see this actually come to fruition. I love you all. Thank you again.
Yes. So I'm going to ask DPW if you could kindly remove this podium, and we're going to cut the ribbon on Essence Carson Champions Court, our Renaissance woman. Right, Jersey Shore Jim? You're looking beachy. So please, Ms. Smith, Ruby, your mom, come on, join us. I also want to acknowledge our friend Frank Filippelli Jr. Thank you for joining us, Commissioner from the, right there.
Ms. Smith.
He's a Rosa Parks.
Yes,
Rosa Parks,
yes. All right, on three, it's going to be a mouthful. Essence Carson Champions Court. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
On three. One, two, three.
Essence Carson Champions Court.
Yes. Yes. Round of applause.
Yay.